Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for coming. You may recall that we celebrated our 135th anniversary last year. That was as a result of being created, the Bermuda Police Force, as it was called then, being created by an act of Parliament on the 1st of October in 1879. Now, last year we had Police Week in the first week of October, which is an annual fixture, but we added some extra events to celebrate the milestone. You might recall that we honored our island seniors with a tea party. We hosted the remarkable band of the Royal Bahamas Police Force. Unfortunately, the police and military tattoo that was scheduled for the Saturday of that week was cancelled due to the weather. The last piece of that puzzle is a commemorative book, which I'm quite happy and pleased and honored to present today. And it was the brainchild of one of our own staff, Chief Inspector Calvin Smith. Along with the book, he came up with the idea of a commemorative coin. So last year we had a coin minted by the Royal Mint. The book commemorates the celebrations by providing a photographic journal of our history, all the way from 1879 right up to the present day. And I have to say that our history is one that I am particularly proud of being a part of. This is my 30th year with the Bermuda Police Service, which was the Bermuda Police Force when I joined it, and this is my 5th year as Commissioner. It goes without saying that as you work your way through the book from the early days till now, lots of things have changed, not least of which is our name, our organizational structure, the ranks that we have, the budgets that we're given to work with. Technology is quite obvious, the equipment and the vehicles that we drive. The other thing that stands out in the book is the names and the faces. We've had a long history, so invariably we've had a lot of people come and go, and they leave behind them extremely fond memories and indeed a rich history. And I've said this before, given the nature of our community, it's highly likely that any member of the public that picks this book up and flicks through the pages will be related to, or be a friend of, or at very least know many people that are on those pages. But having said that, there have been significant changes around technology and vehicles and equipment over the years. Some things in policing are really quite timeless. Our commitment to serving the public, preserving the peace, and helping to build strong, safe communities is really the cornerstone of everything that we do. And community policing and partnership policing, whatever name you give it, and if you remember the concept of parish constables, which feature heavily in the book, whatever description you give it, that really is the way we do work. We police with the community. We provide policing services with the community. It's interesting to watch the progression. The police force starts in 1879 with 10 full-time men. That was it. And our current strength is a combination of men and women that make up 432 sworn police officers, 87 civilian support staff, 85 reserve police officers, and 13 police cadets. In addition to Chief Inspector Smith in our current team, we had 3 of our former members, our retired members, and I'd like to publicly thank them for their help. And that's Superintendent Andrew Birmingham, Chief Inspector Roger Sherritt, and Sergeant Alex McDonald. And Sergeant Chris Wilcox, I'm sorry, 4 people, I apologize. Certainly, in closing, I'd just like to say it is my privilege to be the Commissioner of the Bermuda Police Service, particularly at this point of our distinguished history, one in which we are enjoying unprecedented levels of public support and public confidence. It's a privilege to be part of the history, a part of the book, and in the book I'm known as Chapter 19. It's also my distinct pleasure to present this special book as Editor-in-Chief. It is available for purchase by the general public, and I hope everyone enjoys it as much as we enjoyed putting it together. It certainly promises to deliver an interesting, informing, and quite nostalgic walk down memory lane for anyone who's ever been a police officer in the past or has known one. That concludes my comments. This evening, we have an informal reception to mark the launch of the book, and we've invited a number of our former colleagues. A number of them have accepted, and we expect to see them this evening. But the one that's actually traveled the farthest to be here today is former Commissioner Jean-Jacques Lemay, who was Commissioner up until 2001. He's with us today. He's chapter 16 in the book, and I'd like to invite Mr. Lemay to say a few words.
Thank you very much. Well, good afternoon, everyone. First of all, thank you to Commissioner DeSilva for inviting me to come and basically be here for the launching of this pictorial book. It's always a pleasure coming back to Bermuda. What a wonderful, wonderful country you have. And I spent four beautiful years here in Bermuda. And I have to say that with 37 years of law enforcement experience, this has to be one of my best assignments that I've ever had in law enforcement. So I was so pleased that I had this invitation to come and participate in the launching of this book. So thank you so much, and thank you for allowing me to say a few words.